Hey guys, it's Ollie here. I'm on my new 39 Contender. One of the things I wanted to share with you is the bait system. We talk about it all the time on Local Knowledge. Bait is everything, not just for us here in California, but even for the Florida fishery that Rush is in. Rush starts his day every single day by getting live bait. We're fortunate we buy it. One of the problems with these center console boats is the bait systems are just not really made to hold our kind of bait that we're used to. In Florida, the bait's typically bigger and more hardy, and it doesn't have the same flow requirements that our bait has here. So to address that, I reached out to my friends at Hooker and had them kind of set up a system based upon what specs I had, including the tank sizes and also the flow that I need. And for me, ultimately, it came down to configurability. So we've always built manifolds ourselves for our boats, and a manifold will let us direct water to whatever tank we want at whatever flow rate. Super, super key when you're dialing in a bait system. Obviously, at the heart of this is the pump box. The pump box was installed by Hooker at the Contender factory for me. This is my pump number one, obviously labeled. The small pump in the middle, that's actually supplying water to my Seakeeper, keeping it nice and cool. And then pump number two is my backup pump. If this pump should go down for whatever reason, I can simply just flip a knob inside the cabin and crank this guy up, and I've got water flow again so fast I'm not even gonna lose my bait. Coming off of the box here, you've got the main inputs. There's a high-speed pickup and a low-speed pickup. These are just different styles of scoops that are down on the boat and pick up water differently. The high speed I usually choke off quite a bit, and I leave the low speed pretty much wide open. That keeps the box supplied, and this box is an area for water to accumulate so that the pumps never starve. But this is really the magic here, and this is my manifold. You can see everything is very well labeled. You've got your lines coming in, pump one, pump two. So these are being supplied by these two big pumps. You know, pump two is open right now because it's not running, it doesn't matter. I'm primarily gonna use pump number one. Now you can see here on this side, this is all my output, and this is as well, but you've got the floor, that's floor well down here. When I fire that up, I'm gonna turn the pump on, it'll fill this well here, and I'm gonna take a stopwatch on my phone and I'm gonna pay attention to exactly how long it takes for that well to fill. Your target in Southern California is you wanna have that thing fill in 7 to 8 minutes. And I'll usually go right in the middle, 7.5 minutes. So if it doesn't fill up that fast, I'm gonna drain that well. I'm gonna adjust this, I'm gonna open this valve more until I get that 7.5 minute fill. These are the other outputs, port deck, starboard deck. So if you look behind me right here, that fitting there is for a couple of things. If I ever want to hang tuna tubes on the back of the boat or put them inside of this live well, that will give me big water flow that I can use to then feed the tuna tubes. Those ports are just going to be a game changer for me. I can throw them right, I can throw buckets right in the corner, I can put them on the transom, run a hose to them, whatever I want to do. A lot of flexibility. And then you can see these other ones, starboard deck, port deck, so we covered those. This one is going to nothing. It's just an extra port if I need to put water somewhere else in the boat. And then you've got port and starboard referring to these top wells here. So most of the time, you know, the vast majority, I'll be running these two here and the floor well or the floor well. It's a lot of bait capacity. I got about 40, 50 gallons in each one of these and about 80 gallons down below. So sometimes I just run the top wells, not the floor well, or whatever, depending on what we're doing. Also, if we're in a situation where we've got mackerel and sardine, I'll split them up, squid and mackerel, squid and sardine, whatever. Gives me a ton of options with my bait system. Again, flow rate on these, I'm gonna do the exact same drill. I'm gonna turn the pump on, have everything configured the way I would run the boat, and then I'm gonna start opening those valves and timing each one of these wells to get that 7.5 minute flow. That's really it. You can see this bait system has been set up to run multiple wells, multiple external stuff on ports, and give me the versatility to be able to control exactly the flow I want to each location. If I need more here, no sweat, it's on its own line, open it up a little bit. Need less here, I can crank those down a little bit as well, right down to the tank. So everything's super independent, super configurable. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you'd like to see something different on this boat, just leave us a comment, let us know. We'll do our best to accommodate it. We appreciate you watching the videos, and if you have a second, please give us a follow, and we'll see you soon.